Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to another video. If you watched my last upload, I was telling you guys how I was going to show you my my sort of, I guess, holding tank where I'm keeping most of my fish. And here it is. Before I go any further, I will just sort of turn down the flow on the title so you can hear me a bit better. But yeah, this is the tank that houses most of my remaining fish and some of my new fish. I don't think I've announced it on the YouTube channel, but I did on my Instagram. Unfortunately, I did lose most of my fish from my Red Sea Reefer 350, and it was after I actually shut the tank down and stuff. So I had a massive tub that I was housing the fish in. It was you can sort of see it there. I was housing him essentially in there after I shut the tank down, and everything was sort of good, but I couldn't see my blue tang and one of my other tangs eating, so I was like a little bit concerned. The purple tang looked fine, and I made the really poor decision of moving them into what was my closed down quarantine tank at the time. And you know, like even my family and stuff was like, you know, like put the fish in the tank where we can see them, and I thought, you know, it'd probably work out better as well, so it'd be easier to monitor them and stuff. If you guys forgot, if you haven't seen the video, I used to have a quarantine tank here. It was a bit smaller than this tank, but I made the really poor decision of putting all the fish in there, and that quarantine tank actually housed the fish probably like a week or two prior that didn't make it. And yeah, after I put the fish in that tank, they unfortunately all died, or not all of them, but most of them. I think I lost 5 out of 7 of them. They all died in the space of about 3 days. Now I can only assume it was velvet that killed them, because I think I don't think ick would kill a fish or multiple fish that quickly, because, you know, I had fish in there that I've had for months. Like I had a bristle-tooth tang in there for 7 months. That was one of the first fish to go, which was extremely odd. So most of the fish had, well, not most of them, but the purple tang and the blue tang definitely had visible spots in I'd say like the hundreds to possibly thousands. So I don't think it was ick. I think it was probably velvet that killed most of them. And I think the stress of me moving them from the Red Sea Reefer to the holding tub back to another tank that was, you know, relatively smaller, probably stressed them out enough to really bring down their immune system, which made them susceptible or highly susceptible to velvet. Because you know, if you think about it, they were completely fine, you know, maybe a week prior to that. No itching. I've never seen ick. I never saw ick in the main display ever on the blue tang or the purple tang or anything. Never saw them itching up against anything. And then so you know, in my mind they were completely healthy. But it just shows that you know, with these fish, once they get stressed out, their immune system absolutely just plummets. So I learned a really hard lesson, and it's a shame because I think it's a rookie mistake. But I actually I did lose my purple tang, blue tang, bristle-tooth tang. I lost my high-fin flasher wrasse. I lost I think that's possibly it. Yeah, I believe that's it. So I lost those fish. I also had a coral beauty that had been in quarantine prior, so I mean possibly that could have brought something in. That ended up dying as well. I lost that, and the only fish that survived was this blue chromis, and you can see a yellow banana wrasse that was in that was already in the quarantine tank for about a month or so. So I don't think he brought it in. He actually never made it to the display, but he survived most of the fish dying. So I thought I'd let you guys know about the fish. I'm totally happy to be fully transparent, you know, in my sort of YouTube journey. And like it just shows that, like, you know, once you think you start to know a few things about the hobby, you can still sort of make rookie mistakes. So yeah, that was really unfortunate. It was a big loss for me, especially my purple tang, because, you know, they're kind of hard to get. They're probably not they're not rare, but they don't come around too often, and it was a very, very expensive fish, guys. It was probably, sorry about that, my memory card ran out of space. But yeah, as I was saying, the purple tang was a pretty big loss, but you know, definitely all of them hurt just as much. So that's what happened to the fish. Thought I'd let you guys know. But these are the new fish. I picked up a pair of true peculiar clownfish. I've wanted this type of clown for ages. I've had Ocellaris, I've had many types of other clowns. I've never had a peculiar pair. So I found a pair at a fish shop, and I decided to pick them up. Really, really happy with how they look. And if you look on top, I also have a few other clowns. So I've got, this one was labeled as a white hood clownfish. It was pretty cheap, so I decided to pick it up. And that is a snowflake clown that I got pretty cheap for, you know, prices in Australia. So they're doing all right. Like this one, I'm trying to get it fed a bit more. They don't attack the food, which is a bit concerning, but hopefully they start eating ferociously soon. Picked up this, was labeled as an Ultra GSP. Gonna try grow it at the back of my tank. I picked up two of them. So I've got that one and I've got this one here. The other one's a little bit nicer, but still decent. The corals I kept most of my zoas. Unfortunately, when I was keeping most of the corals in my holding tank, some of them fell down behind rocks and stuff, and they didn't get light for a few weeks. So like most of my zoas melted. I unfortunately lost like my Bam Bams, my Sunny D's, and I think one other one. So I repurchased some Bam Bams that you can see here. Yeah, kept most of my morphs. I kept my Micromusa A-cans, or just Micromusa. This used to be an Ultra, and it slowly is coming back. It's getting its blue and green in, but I've got these hermit crabs that keep fucking with it. So yeah, I kept my whole cleanup crew. I have about 8 Trochus snails and like 2 Strombus, and I think like 8 Nasirius snails, so I kept all of them. Thankfully they're all still alive. I also got 2 fighting conchs. I kept my orange blasto that I got sort of just before I shut the tank down. Kept my 2 hermit crabs, as I just said before. My Art of Chaos, I've still got 2 frags of it. Unfortunately, the one over here doesn't look too good. Kind of looks like it could be melting, and the one at the back is doing fine. Maybe because it's a bit too close to the light, I'm not sure. I keep a glass on top here, just so the fish don't jump out, but I've just taken off for the video. I also have a frosted bubble tip anemone in there. It's a small pup. It was a bit naughty of me buying it, I think, but guys, I just couldn't resist, honestly. It was a pretty decent price from the fish shop, so I decided to pick it up. I don't know how it'll do, honestly. I know people say you shouldn't add anemones too early to a new reef tank, but people say a lot of things, to be honest. But we'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's all the fish. This is a new holding tank that I purchased. I was going to do like a little marine setup, but obviously I'm doing the big one, so once I transfer all the stock in, this will be shut down and could turn into like a freshwater tank or something. I'm not too sure, but yeah, so I am gonna have clowns obviously in the big tank, as you can see. I haven't had clowns for quite a while. In my last Reefer 350, in the last sort of run, I decided not to keep any, just because I always kept them and I kind of got bored of them. But I'm honestly really happy to have them back. I kind of miss them, so I just love how sort of chill they are for the most part. They can be sometimes aggressive, but yeah, so this is all the first round of stock that will go into the new tank, help to build up that good bacteria and stuff. So yeah, hopefully in the next few weeks everything will go in and enjoy their massive tank. And yeah, I hope I didn't blabber on too much in this video. I'll show you guys what I'm running in the Seachem Tidal. I've actually had this filter before. I had this Seachem Tidal 75 about 4 years ago on one of my first reef tanks. Brilliant filter. I've just got biomedia, I've got a coarse sponge underneath, filter floss, I've got Chemipure Blue Nano, and just like an ammonia pad running there. So if there's any lingering ammonia and stuff, it should absorb it. And I just dropped water everywhere. Anyway, I've also got a ProteBio little sort of nitrogen bacteria booster there, just for any ammonia and stuff. But yeah, everything's sort of doing all right. I've got a single AI Prime HD. It's not a 16. Lighting the tank. I've got a few leftover Maggiano Nims. They've kind of lost their color because I didn't acclimate them. I just chucked them straight in. So I've got a few of these left. I used to have massive colonies of this like a year ago, and these are all the pups. So they'll probably make their way into the new tank. Also still got these guys. I've had them for a while now. They just keep kicking on, so they will join the party. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, sad what happened to my fish, but obviously learned my lesson in that sense. So we move on to the next, and yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And if you guys did enjoy the video and you subscribe, it just lets me know that there's obviously people enjoying the content, so it pushes me to make more videos. And yeah, so hope you all have a wonderful weekend or week, and happy reefing, guys. Peace.